Now, I want to say a few things. Firstly, as churches, because I work for the Council of Zimbabwe Christian Leaders, which is the church network for the pastors and church leaders and Christian community leaders here in the UK who are from Zimbabwe. And one of the things we understand, we are in the Christmas season, aren't we? I can see the beautiful decorations here, and it's Christmas.
Is here.
And Father, we will call him almost Father Christmas because some of the clothes are missing, so I don't know what has happened there. And I'm sure you'll be giving us some presents.
Yes.
But we understand from the Bible that the person we are celebrating, Jesus Christ himself, was a refugee. As a young child, his life was threatened in Israel, and he fled. Funnily enough, he didn't flee to Europe, he fled to Africa, to Egypt for safety. Now, it's amazing that here in Europe, we are celebrating this man, but we find it difficult to open our arms to those who are coming from the continent that gave him refuge and now themselves need refuge. It's a contradiction, isn't it? So as churches, we believe it's important to encourage society, encourage this nation to open its arms and give refuge for those who need it. Can you imagine if Egypt had taken Jesus into a detention and given him 30 days before deporting him by the fastest camel back to Israel? We wouldn't have Christmas, would we? So we need to be aware that every person is important and every life, every soul counts. So as churches, we hold that in high esteem, and we have set it as a priority next year to be supporting refugees and asylum seekers. We have been speaking with Amai Wungwe to find out how we can mobilize the churches to further support the work which is already being done excellently by the Zimbabwe Association and other organizations in helping refugees. So it is one of our priorities in the coming year. So you will see more. I hope early next year I'll be able to bring you a delegation of some of the leaders we are working with, some of whom were refugees themselves. You don't know the number of pastors who are asylum seekers. If you ask me, I can tell you the numbers, but I won't tell you the names. We have also been helping your spiritual leaders in cases that are often very similar to yours, some of whom are even thrown out and become destitute. But you see, they can't tell you because they are their congregations. So they come to us and we provide them the support. But we are hoping next year to work closely with the experts, the Zimbabwe Association, who have been working in this job for more than 10 years.